the conversation. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
just have to announce that we're going live for consent purposes.
Okay, no problem.
What was I saying? Yeah, the funniest part is I think that just like painted the Cybertruck in silver color, and it was like exactly the same from a distance.
Yeah, they could have done that. They could have just painted it a metal color. But no, they wanted to go the full DeLorean routes.
I would fuck with a Cybertruck that's like gold color.
I did see one Cybertruck that they covered in vinyl, and it was like bright orange, and it actually looked kind of nice. It was like a refreshing color.
It really is no surprise to me that Elon picked like he somehow even chose the worst possible color for the Cybertruck. Because I imagine with almost every other color, if I picture it, it looks better.
Honestly, I'm honestly surprised with how like tech bro-y Elon's fans are. That I'm surprised an owner of a Cybertruck hasn't done the lack of texture checkerboard pattern that's used in Source games. You know that purple and black checkerboard?
That would be.
That would have been fun. Yeah.
I feel like actually, I mean, probably if you buy a Cybertruck, you either have absolutely no sense of humor or a lot of it. So,
I've been seeing more of the lack of sense of humor because they get really like sensitive about like doing truck stuff, like hauling stuff.
Well, I mean,
and
yeah,
well, because
sorry.
Oh well, because the biggest thing is that the pickup bed is not like all the pickups here have like a standardized size.
Yeah.
And the Cybertruck doesn't have that. It's more like it competes more with like crossover pickups, like or crossover meaning like lifestyle pickup, like the Jeep Wrangler pickup. It's a lifestyle pickup. You're not using it for work, and they don't seem to accept the thing is that the Cybertruck will be fine as a lifestyle pickup. But it seems like Elon and the overwhelming majority of owners like to pretend it's a like pickup, like a regular pickup, and it's absolutely not.
Today I learned that the founder of Hallmark, like Hallmark movies, was called Homie.
Was what?
Hallmark?
He was called Homie.
Homie. Yeah.
No, Homie. Like Hallmark, but Homie.
Oh,
that
Homie.
Is stupid. That's incredibly stupid.
Wow.
I reject this
law.
Could
have been worse.
You are
Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Could have been Mark.
You know what I found out today?
This motherfucker founded a company called Hallmark.
I hate Hallmark. They have a monopoly on greeting cards here in the US, and they also make
No, the movie production studio.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
I am of the opinion that it's actually quite common for people to name businesses after themselves.
Okay, but if your name is Halmi,
yeah,
and then you name it Hallmark,
what is happening here? That's America has happened here. Cito, America has happened.
He's Hungarian.
Because this is something
His
Americans
dad
do.
photographed the Habsburg dynasty.
Yes, Americans, this is what they do, right? They go to America and then they sort of use different names than the ethnic sounding names. Like Zach Galifianakis, who goes by Zach Galifianakis instead of Zach Galifianakis-Berg.
Or like with the toy company Hasbro, instead of Hassenfeld Brothers, they just call it Hasbro.
Or I mean,
And I think
there's
I don't
examples
have
of
a
this.
bro.
Like they just change, like sort of they Americanize the name a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
This is
What's
they
funny
do
is that
this.
a lot of
no.
immigrants that went over, especially during the Ellis Island days, uh, the immigration officers would just change their names.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if their name sounded too foreign, they'll be like if your name was like Grigorsky or something, they just say, "Okay, you're George."
He named
Yeah.
his son also Robert Harmy. And I think his son also went on to be CEO of Hallmark.
Man, how strange. What a thing to happen that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
found
am
out today?
rejecting.
You know
Your assertion that this is mundane.
you know what I fucking found out minutes before the stream started?
What'd you find out?
I have been reading this book trilogy, the Ravnica book trilogy by Corey Herndon, because I think Ravnica is a really cool setting. Now, I read this book. See this. Here is what you find. Let me fucking. This is sort of the. If you look up the Magic the Gathering Ravnica books on Google by order published specifically, right? This is the correct reading order that I wanted. This is what it gives you. Is the same thing happens when you go to to Goodreads. Hang on, this is false. There you go. With here, the bottom one, obviously, and this one being the new one that has nothing to do with the original three. Now, eagle-eyed viewers among you may perceive that
What the fuck just happened?
the second
Your
one.
bitrate? Was that just me?
What?
No. Oh,
Your audio fucking tanked
Yeah,
for a second.
Yeah,
They're trying to suppress the truth. They're trying to suppress the truth. Looking at this, one would say that the correct reading order for these books is Ravnica, then Dissension, then Guild Pact. Because when you Google that, and when you look it up on fucking Goodreads, that is the order that they appear in. But this is not true. It is, in fact, Ravnica, Guild Pact, and then Dissension. That is the correct reading order. And if you are particularly eagle-eyed, you can even detect this on the fucking Goodreads site, where even though Dissension is listed as the second book in the trilogy, there is actually a small 3 in the long string of text that is its title.
Oh, that gets so fucking frustrating.
I'm
This is
so
the only
pissed
time
off.
I've seen.
Because I read
think
Dissension and I thought it kind of sucked because there was a bunch of shit that it had. I was like, this feels like a third novel. And I Googled it again, and this was the reading order that I was presented with. And today I started reading Guild Pact, and boom, immediately I was like, this has to be the second book.
Jeez,
I
hate that. I hate that so fucking much.
I think
Oh.
there is someone guilty of this, and we should kill them. I
Yes.
think we should.
Yeah, we should definitely
Who?
find somebody. We need to find the scapegoat and kill it.
Yes.
As a small aside, not because of order, but because of licensing, the Horus Heresy series here in America on Audible, I think it's up to like book 39. They're slowly making their way doing audiobook, recordings of the Horus Heresy books. They're all available except for book 21.
Oh God, that has to be like immensely frustrating.
Oh God, yeah, that's I kind of just because I'm like up to book because that's like one of my like bucket lists of things I gotta do before I die is catch up with the Horus Heresy series. Because
Good fucking luck.
Well, hey, at least I'm not into the minifigures. I'm not totally gone yet. But yeah, because of that, I ended up just like getting a pirated copy of Book 21 because it's available in the UK. You just can't purchase it here in the
God.
US. So I ended up just pirating it to keep it in my collection. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, and I just got the entire thing, the Seven Seas version. I'm just like, I'm not gonna deal with this. GW has enough of my money.
I honestly, and I say this as a writer, I don't really feel that bad pirating books. Like
I
PDFs,
Crucify this man.
I do find that when I have read a book and I have enjoyed it, I actually like owning the physical medium of it much more than with like movies.
the
Uh,
same. Yeah, the
Especially
same.
if it's like a nice edition, if it looks good, I'll go out of my way to like order that shit sometimes. Um, but you know, when you books, if you read a lot, books are not actually super cheap.
No, they're not. But yeah, I do the same thing. I do. Like, I have a Kindle, but there's maybe like it's got. I put like my entire book collection on it, which is a couple hundred books that's in like my bucket list to read. But out of those, like maybe 20 of them, I actually legally bought from the Kindle store, and I think your book is one of them. Actually,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
certain your book is one of them.
I feel
but
honored.
but yeah, I like you're right because like a good example for me. Actually, my favorite physical book that I own. When I get back home, I'll take pictures and post in VIP. Is Barnes and Noble's, the bookstore, it does a run of like compilations and collections of various authors, and they put them in these really nice books, really nice paper, really beautiful artwork on the cover and on the back cover. Like they have Dune, they have Jules Verne, you know, all the classics. My favorite out of all of them is their H.P. Lovecraft book, and it's a gorgeous book. It's
I
a gorgeous book.
do
And
actually have. Is it? Hang on. Is it? Let me look this up.
it's
While you look
it's the
this
one.
up,
Bonds.
Yeah.
while you look this up, right? I have a thing to tell. I took this gorgeous profile pic, right? That I really, really like.
Yeah.
And that really displays my long hair. And then the day after, I go to the hairdresser,
Oh no.
and I didn't want for it to be removed as much as it ended up happening, but I gave her bad instructions. And now my hair is very much shorter than it's on my gorgeous profile pic.
Damn, that is some catfishing shit. It's not gonna be the one that I'm gonna post because that's not actually the. I bought my edition in the Barnes and Noble. This might be the one you're talking about, right?
Yes, that's the one.
That is a good
That's the
looking
one I
one.
have.
That is a very good looking one. I do, however, raise you the one I own, which I purchased in a Barnes and Noble in London a few years back, which is this one.
Oh yes. This is a. Oh god, that looks. I want to own that one as well. That is so.
Yeah.
That artwork is
Oh,
so
I
good.
do own that one actually.
You do?
Yeah,
Yes,
No, you don't.
but yeah, the
I
one
am
that
the
top
only
one,
yes, I do.
But yeah, that
No.
top. That's actually
What?
That's actually the cover. The one you got. That's the cover art for that same collection as an audiobook on Audible.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that one on the top, that top one that you posted, the one I own. Yeah, they do that for like Frank Herbert.
I do
Uh,
like it a lot. It's pretty fucking gorgeous. It gives more of
yeah,
a sci-fi vibe while still very much staying on theme with the Lovecraft energy of it. It's
oh yeah,
they
yeah,
had the confidence to the complete fiction of H.P. Lovecraft and not put any tentacles on it, which I respect.
yeah, yeah. It's like
What the hell?
I think the only person that can make fan art of Lovecraft and put tentacles on it and make it work is Junji Ito. He's drawn fan art of Lovecraft, and it does look really fucking cool. Because he makes I can't post a picture obviously because I'm in a call while working, but he drew fan art of H.P. Lovecraft that made him look like he was like a mountain range.
Fucks up.
Well, or not really a mountain range, like he was like a monument, like in an alien world. And there's like a couple tentacles just running along the grounds.
That rules.
Why did Gordon Ramsay make foot fetish porn?
At minute
what-
53 and 28 seconds of the Hotel Hell episode.
Why?
I remember
Why
when
not?
I remember Gordon Ramsay doing his like cocaine documentary. That was fucking crazy.
Sorry? The documentary?
Yeah. It was called Gordon on Cocaine, and he had like a very particular. He has this apparently some sort of extremely particular hate boner for cocaine, which of course, being in the restaurant industry, he's been. Let's say he has probably been in touch with that particular. Like he
Oh, yeah, that
probably
seems to
knows
be
a
a
couple.
fairly-
He probably knows a couple people
A coke boy.
whose life he is directly responsible for ruining psychologically, and who then took cocaine, and the cocaine is now at fault.
Well, if the kitchen staff is using cocaine, it's probably a Michelin star restaurant. And if they're using meth, it's not a Michelin star restaurant.
Or a 3
Yeah.
Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's how you know that the restaurant is good. That the employees can afford that 60 euros per kilogram drug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cocaine ain't cheap. Yeah.
I was informed of the price of cocaine 7 years ago when I was in high school, and again last week, and surprisingly, it's the same.
Yeah, weed too. It's the fucking drug dealers have not been going along with inflation.
Right?
They will no, we staying like this. Our production costs are the same.
Wow.
We are
So
not going to be fucking unethical and price gouge this.
I was about to say, grocery store chains in the United States have been admitting the price gouging.
This,
They're like, yeah, we're doing it.
yeah.
Wow! I could have never have to hear
Kroger
that out on
executives
my own.
admits thing that everyone knew. Sito, the thing
It's
you
a-
just posted,
Is it like that meme? Yeah, sorry.
this would be even funnier than because you know how with Kamala now becoming president, we're getting like the absolute best case scenario that we could possibly dream of, where it's like we get a black woman president. Is like a black woman president. That's and it's not even a Republican one, which is what I would have guessed was more likely to happen. It's actually a Democrat, and it's a Democrat who seems to be actually somewhat progressive. So we're getting
Yeah.
everything really, and then we never have to have a white woman president. We can just we do 8 years Kamala, then we do 8 years Tim Walz, and then we do fucking 8 years AOC. And then
Yeah, and then maybe,
Will
and,
happen
and then the
in this
Chinese
order.
guy. Then we put a Chinese
yeah,
guy.
and then we get like a gay person in for for a little while, and then maybe like in 40 years we get our first either trans man or trans woman
Yes,
president,
yes.
or non-binary.
And this is then the Republicans are going to be running white women, and white women are going to become the definition of racism, and that'll be very funny because they'll be wanting white female president.
Okay, let me triple check that there's not any.
Found it.
Yeah, but by that time, like all the all the dejected.
Fuck. Alex, that was crazy. What? What is happening? What is this a website specifically for long porn videos? Because it says watch
Have you never
long
seen
porn videos for free.
XNXX before?
No,
Huh.
I've
It's basically a mirror of, I think mostly like Pornhub.
Oh.
Like basically every Pornhub video you can also find there.
Oh,
Like,
it's like an aggregator. That's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And you know through
Not
through
just, I
pure
think you can
academic,
also upload directly to them, but I
And you know
haven't
through-
tried.
through pure academic means, as we know.
No, I'm not gonna use this information for academic reasons. Believe you me.
Oh, I mean,
I
Cito,
just
because
find
you
it
know.
funny that the fucking video is called Freaky Our Little Stepsister.
No, I think that's normal.
How dare you?
I think it's actually not very funny.
Am I weird for saying that nowadays? Nowadays I kind of get weirded out by the whole stepsister, stepmom.
The only
thing.
weird thing about
What?
this is that there was ever a time where you apparently didn't get freaked
I
out.
was
by
about
that?
to say, what do you mean nowadays?
I mean, when I was younger and more crass
I see.
and degenerate, I'd say.
I mean, I could say I used to mind it less, but now when there's like
Fair
porn and the actors are like hot, and it's like a step fucking mother, blah blah blah, stepmother, sister, cousin. I'm like, please be one of those where it's just the title and they don't talk. They do not call each
Yeah.
other by, like, you know, they don't say the thing. But then they do say the thing.
I think what happened to me partially, because I will admit I was okay kind of with like the role play, which is really fucking weird now that I think about it.
Role play, you know, who gives a shit?
You know. Sorry,
But I think it came from, and this is why I blame anime again. Seeing a bunch of people like, because this is like when I was back on like 4chan and shit, and now you're seeing it on Twitter as well. Is that a lot of people were into the theme, and now they're talking about how they wish they'd have a stepsister.
Oh no!
Like that's what they want, or they're like, I have a stepsister, or I have a sister, and they're like,
oh no!
are you just being a shit poster?
As
I can't tell the.
understand it, the reason why this sort of porn is popular with young people is because it's sort of and this is genuinely academic knowledge that I have, because I've never been in, like, I just didn't grow up like this. This is why
No,
I research
I
this sort
didn't
of thing.
either.
And it's like well, in terms of I didn't grow up with a family.
Yeah.
Apparently, the idea is that it's like you get to have like a girl that you spend time with, and so there is like a degree of intimacy that is built, and it is a person that is convenient for you to sort of reach, it's almost someone you are locked in with, and there is a sort of, but it's not someone you're explicitly related to. And so there is it
a person
removes a
you're
lot of the hurdles. It
emotionally intimate with without
Yes.
having to risk anything.
Exactly. It removes a lot of the
Okay, yeah,
hurdles
there's
of like
like-
trying
yeah.
to get pussy, right? So
Yeah.
that is one of the factors that I am told has made this sort of scenario very popular.
It's a very like for somebody who's scared of interaction, it's a very pragmatic solution to have someone there with the attachment built in. Okay, but oh shoot, there was a thought I had that yeah, this is yeah. So like, I hung around. I had like groups of friends growing up who had sisters, and like, we fucking hated them. They,
That's so real, dude.
it's
I
like
grew up
not
with
not
sisters
not only
too as well.
yeah, not only like was like I not only did my friend, the brother hate them, but because I was friends with their brother, the sister hated me as well, and I hated her because she hated my friend. And it's like, no, that
I
yeah,
I reckon for many people, hating someone doesn't really preclude jacking off to them. Like, just
I was actually about to say that. Yes.
I read that also is a sort of that also is a scenario because there is a sort of you have a level of intimacy built in like via your friend. But I guess like in like obviously these are like fantasy scenarios. This is not actually something that
yeah.
hopefully would
and
happen.
yeah, that's why I thought it was like a fantasy.
Yeah.
Like how some furries have fantasies or about like having sex with a dragon. It's like it's not gonna happen. But
technology can still go far with.
oh
We've
yeah,
only
with
scratched the surface.
I will
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Okay, hot take time. Depending on the type of dragon you were talking about, I do not think that would count as bestiality.
I am not good. I don't have an opinion on this because I'm not a complete fucking degenerate.
I just
Wait,
made
wait,
that opinion.
Okay.
Uh,
Look at this, right? Look at this.
Yes, hundreds of elephants found dead in Botswana. That's not
Yeah.
funny.
No.
yeah, that's
not yet.
sad. That's very sad.
Fuck. Upload the fucking picture. This was time sensitive. What the fuck? There it is.
Oh god.
What's going on here?
This is
It's
it is
the dead animals.
it is funny now, but in a sad
Thank you.
way. It's funny now in a very unfunny sense.
Thank you.
This just made me sad.
Why are there hundreds of dead elephants in Botswana? That's like a big deal.
That's what I aim for with my comedy.
What's it? Hundreds of elephants found dead in Botswana.
And to kill hundreds of dead animals.
Mystery
can tell-
surrounds the completely unprecedented deaths of hundreds of elephants in Botswana over the last 2 months. Dr. Niall
There's
McCann.
only 2 on the picture.
Yeah,
The
so,
picture only has 2. This fake news.
Okay,
350
hold on
in
a second.
4 months. Sorry,
Hold
3
on a
months.
second. Hold on a second.
No.
I have to say,
No. No,
Tito,
no.
you said the objective of your comedy is to kill dead animals. So, I ask now,
No.
how do you kill a dead animal?
Resurrection.
All right, thank you.
so
I know
it's
you converted
apparently
to Satanism,
it's
but
probably
I still
Yeah.
believe in the resurrection. Okay?
Yeah, I deconverted again.
I just wanted to say really quick. I'm fine with the discussion of incest, but dead elephants crosses the
This-
line.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So
yes.
this is
what if the elephants are Republicans?
no. This is
Why?
not. It's not a poaching situation because
Okay, that's
the
good.
dead elephants all still have their tusks. Apparently, one
I-
of the working theories, and this is very difficult to study, and it's also a conservational disaster, as this guy who is the doctor who is on this said. It might be a disease.
That's
Oh.
more
They
sad.
don't know,
That's
but it might be
Act-
some sort of neurological disease.
That's even sadder. That's worse.
Were they vaxxed?
No, that's the problem. Because hundreds of like 350 elephants is a lot of fucking elephants.
yeah, that is a lot of fucking elephants.
Like Jesus.
It's more elephants than I have.
Yeah.
It's almost as many elephants as I have.
You have issues.
If it's a
I think I will-
neurological disease, I really hope
Yes.
they don't call it. I really hope they don't call it mad elephant disease, though that would be funny.
That's what I have.
Oh yeah, did you see that it's the day, according to Terminator, when Skynet becomes self-aware?
Oh my.
Oh, jeez. Oh heavens, that's
that
not
was
good.
today.
ChatGPT
When was
Oh,
is
heavens.
2
about
a.m. Eastern time?
ChatGPT is about to get real funny.
Oh, apparently it happened like 16 hours ago.
Well,
No, sorry,
the reason
14.
was it's reasonable.
yet
we
he,
wouldn't
yet
know
here,
right away.
yet here I am still working. The apocalypse is happening right now, and I'm still at work.
I'm not. Ha!
I am.
keep getting these fucking ads on Twitter from this AI place that discusses AI, and they keep having these fucking CEOs on who think that with just like more data, they're gonna make AGI in the next 6 years.
Those are the worst guys to have on. Because they
Mm.
know the least.
Mm.
You gotta
He's-
get the
he's the
fucking
Google
engineer who
DeepMind
can barely
guy.
string a sentence together because of social anxiety. You gotta get that motherfucker on a podcast.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and they have
God.
like a
Did you
weird,
see
and
the
they,
fucking OpenAI engineer guy
No.
who quit OpenAI and then went on like every single fucking podcast known to man to talk about how AGI is like in the next 3 years or some shit. And it's he's Austrian. The fucker is Austrian. And some fucker on Twitter gave me an aneurysm by describing his life story as starting in a non-meritocratic country.
what?
Damn.
It was an
What?
American. He thinks social democracy is communism.
Uh,
Oh
I mean-
no, whatever shall we do?
I kind of like the ads. Twitter fucked up for me. So now, because now I'm getting ads for like construction companies and like contractors. Like I got an ad for like a roofing company, and all it said was, "We fix roofs." And it was a picture of like a roof. And it was for like a roofing company in like Texas.
That's
I'm like,
kind
okay.
of based though.
You know what
I'm like,
fucking...
I'd rather.
No, go ahead. Finish.
It's
I have a
going
thing
like,
about
Oh,
ads.
we
I-
offer this product and be done.
Yeah,
Like, no
I much
minds.
prefer. Yeah, I much preferred
Bullshit.
over those fucking Cheech and Chong gummy ads. I don't know if you get those over there, but that was what I was getting before. Cheech and Chong are in the.
I love Cheech and Chong because they're so unspeakably unfunny to me. But they're like all the rage to stoners from the 1970s. It's so beautiful because it means that nothing in comedy matters. In 5 years, everything you say now will be completely unfunny.
I mean,
I
remember
isn't
one that
funny now, so I'm ahead of the curve.
I remember I watched one of their movies where they had to smuggle like weed across California. So like the drug cartel made the car panels out of weed. And that was like the big joke of the movie. It's like, oh, we gotta smuggle this weed car and we're all super high and everything. And the shittiest weed I've ever and I don't even smoke weed. I was like, that must be some really terrible fucking weed.
Dude, they ain't have like fucking sesame in the 70s. That wasn't a thing.
Oh no, they were smoking like ditch weed.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay, so here's a fucked up thing. Speaking of sort of ads and AI and shit and like algorithm recommendations you get. I have, with my boyfriend, been rewatching Lost, by which I mean I am rewatching it and he is watching it for the first time because Lost is one of the best fucking shows and I love it. And now my boyfriend is getting...
bad.
Shut
It's a
the
bad
fuck
show.
up, Sito, you have no taste. And now he is getting
You think
ads,
Starfield
like
is good?
fucking content for Lost recommended to him on like TikTok and Instagram, and it's full of fucking spoilers. If you like, this has happened to me as well. I've been watching House of the Dragon, and I'm on Twitter. I'm getting like House of the Dragon spoilers all the time now.
Jesus, man, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Like they really beefed up their algorithms recently, and they have no concept of what a spoiler is.
Wow.
oh geez.
When
So
Dragon Age
that
comes
that
out,
happened.
Dragon Age Veilguard, I'm just gonna stay off the internet for like a month.
So Burger, there's a classic anime streaming service I subscribe to called Retro Crush.
Yeah.
And they have like all this anime from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and like early 2000s, and a bunch of shit I never watched just because trying to watch anime back then was really fucking expensive
Yeah.
or really fucking creepy. So I've been like catching up on all these old anime, and the same thing fucking happened to me because they advertise, on TikTok and everywhere. And they like use clips from shows, and they're showing spoilers the same way.
Oh no.
It's
Which
fucking
I'm not
ridiculous.
too. I mean, yeah, it can be kind of disappointing, but it's like the shows are like 30, 40, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I somehow
remember-
always manage to spoil myself in extremely crucial shit. I don't know, I'm like cursed about it. I can watch a show and then just something will pop up. It can be the most obscure show that you've ever heard of, and then it's that like I'll be on fucking Twitter, I'll be on YouTube, and there'll be some reference like, oh, and in this show, then this character dies in this episode. Like, God fucking damn it!
I remember when Mean Girls had its 20th
It was also the
anniversary.
20th.
Yes, the most 20, if you will.
Yes.
the 21st is the second
The
one.
the
yes.
publisher of the movie released the entire movie on TikTok in 1 minute clips, and it's like a neat idea, and it kind of what happens on TikTok anyway. But I'm like,
Can I
if you
ask you a
want people to actually watch the movie, right? Doing it this way is kind of dumb because you can't control which one they'll scroll to because it's random / algorithmic or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
What
I
was
see this all the time with creators on YouTube Shorts because YouTube Shorts, differently from TikTok, has a strict 60-second limit.
Yeah.
where TikTok allows you like 15 minutes by now, I think.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
That is how YouTube. That's crazy because everyone was talking about, oh, we need to switch to this fucking short form content. Short form content is the future, and now the premier short form content site is doing the YouTube journey because YouTube used to like allow only 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, then 15-minute videos. I remember when it was new that you could upload an hour-long video to YouTube, and that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Yeah.
Um,
I think
anyway,
now
I see it all the time that creators like split up their TikToks into 1-minute chunks because they won't fit on YouTube Shorts, and then they'll be like part 4 of this TikTok that we made, and I get the part 4, and I didn't see part 3, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
But
And I head to their profiles, and they output like fucking 20 shorts a day. And this short that I just watched is 4 months old. I
Yeah.
have no chance to
No.
get to the
Yeah.
other ones. Because YouTube, for some fucking reason, doesn't even allow you clickable hyperlinks in shorts, comments, and descriptions.
Fucking. They want to completely control themselves the flow of how it works. They don't want you to have
Really?
any agency. That's the fucking point of that.
that sounds a bit bullshit.
No,
I-
that's
Allow
literally.
you
I
to
think
have
what-
a clickable link to exactly one regular YouTube video,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a short.
I think what really the only thing TikTok and also Vine in some way popularized was vertical phone screen videos. That's all they did. Because you don't like on
Which I
YouTube
hate,
the best. Yeah.
By the way,
Huh?
For some
vertical is a
people
bad
just-
format, I think.
Vertical is a bad format. I agree. Finally, you have said something that's true.
I do that most of the time,
I
actually.
disagree. You just said
Does he?
Lost is a bad show, so
I did. I
and that
did.
is objectively untrue.
Correct.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
make a
Correct.
Lost World of Darkness video too, because it's I didn't
What?
want to do it, and now I'm watching it, and like the pieces are falling together in my mind to like realize like what the fuck is happening with Lost, and why
Can
is
we
that
get
why that fits perfectly into the world of darkness.
can we
I
get a
just
little
had
sneak
like a
peek of the
flash
dimension?
of an alternate reality where you set up a tabletop campaign and you recruited me as one of the players,
Yeah.
and it's like a desert island scenario, and
Yes.
slowly but surely I begin to realize that you fuckhead got me to play in Lost.
Can we do that?
I hope that my stating this now has precluded you from making this.
I feel like the second the smoke monster shows up, it'll be pretty fucking obvious.
That's
Yeah, but how long does it take for the fucking snow?
Yeah, but the
smoke
trees
monster
have
to show up?
epilepsy in the very first episode, and you would immediately clock that shit.
I would not have, to be honest. I would not have.
The fucking
My
the-
first
Ouch.
thought would probably have been of like Lord of the Rings warns, like those sentient trees.
Oh, the
Caesar-
fucking the side character, the like NPC, Thomas Hobbes, who is bald.
I mean, you would have had some effort, I'm sure.
And he found a hatch in the jungle. And
That
there
would
is
not
a
have
there
been
is a
enough.
crazy
I think
Belgian
you
woman.
vastly overestimate how much I think about Lost.
I think about Lost a lot. It is actually
Yes,
maybe it
because
is one of my
you don't
favorite
have
shows.
taste.
That shut
You
the
play a
fuck.
Belgian
Show us the
woman?
very
You
Lost
play
was the-
Starfield for fun
I do play Starfield for fun because it's fun.
because you have no taste.
Shut the
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have
fuck
to
up.
agree with Caesar on that one.
Let's go.
Well, Sito, I guess that really precludes the validity of your argument, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Hey, I have a quick
Porsche had a
question about-
lucid moment and agreed with me. Let's go.
I haven't
It's
Hey,
been
not
hey,
stuff.
hey,
like
Burger,
I
I
never
have a
lucid moment. Is what you're implying.
What?
Hey, Burger, I have a quick question about Starfield.
Yes.
There are little like janitor robots
Yeah.
in some areas. Is it true when you punch them, they turn around, run away crying if you punch them?
I've not done that because I'm not a fucking sociopath.
Oh,
You
okay.
say you're not a sociopath, but then you play Starfield for fun.
And now
I
I've implanted
roleplay
the
in it,
idea.
okay? The game having the game being so incredibly like repetitive and stupid, makes it perfect for me to roleplay in. I
But
like
it
the
has shit
vibe.
I'm not gonna judge Burger because I found out last month I accidentally bought a year-long subscription to WoW. So now I'm playing WoW.
What?
So now I'm playing WoW because like I meant to purchase 3 months, but for some reason either I was just I ended up purchasing a year.
That's
That
how they
sucks,
get.
dude.
So
That's how they get you.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna play everything I haven't done in the game, and then just put it away forever.
I played
And
WoW for like
it's
20 minutes once.
I won't.
I
was it?
don't think I ever played WoW.
I tried to play WoW once in a computer so fucking outdated for the time that it literally did not load in 24 straight hours. Is this okay?
Hell
Alright,
yeah.
fine.
it's also been like a big nostalgia trip for me because I've played WoW off and on since the beta.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to go back to like roll a dwarf, because like the first character I ever rolled was a dwarf character, and that's what I'm doing now as a dwarf character, and it's like it's really nostalgic to go back to like Ironforge and all the snowy lands again and see everything, and it's like, yeah, lots has changed, but a lot hasn't.
Okay, alright.
Like,
Sorry.
Why,
One second.
why does it say
Yeah.
the same thing twice? Is that a Spanish memes thing?
It's the headline and then it's the proof of called a citation. See?
Okay.
Okay, it's the source.
It do be that sauce, boy.
It's a static image of the guy with just the words underneath it.
Okay, hear me out. What am I drawing today? It's been a while since the last time I did that, and
Hell if I know.
it's been long enough.
Skynet coming online to
Yeah.
cancel us for a
Skynet
joke
busting
from
a nut
5 years
online.
ago. that are no
Yes,
longer
I don't think I can show that on YouTube.
It's okay, I'm showing it on YouTube.
funny. You don't need to, Alex.
Alright then.
He's doing it for you.
Just a really quick anecdote about WoW. I remember, when first, playing it, and in the first few years of playing it, there was this part of like the dwarven starting area that was like off limits. You couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
But if you were on flying mounts, you could kind of see in the distance what people saw would look like a runway, like hidden up in the mountains. And it just sat there for years, and people were always speculating. It's like, what is this, like a piece of like canceled content or something, or what's going on there? And then eventually, in one of the expansions, like 10 years later, they're like, "Yeah, here's this new area. It's a dwarven Air Force base."
Oh, I
have fun.
know what you're talking about, bizarrely. I have seen this. The fucking Ironforge Air Force Base. One of my best friends, he was like a huge WoW guy, and sometimes I would like watch him play, and he fucking this. You've unearthed an ancient memory in my mind.
Oh yeah, I remember there was like huge speculation on it's like, is this something that's coming up? Is this canceled? What's going on here? We can barely, like, some people would try like to no clip or glitch their way over there, and like nothing would work. And then like years later, it's like, yeah, here's this whole new area, a whole Air Force base and quests and stuff to go do. And it was just like that. For all its faults, WoW can be a really, really cool game. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can it?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
I'm
Joe
I'm
Biden.
Joe Biden. I am Joe Full Biden. How about that? Full
Joe
Biden.
Biden,
I'm-
Joe Straighten,
Joe-
and Joe Gaiden walk in.
Full Biden.
By the
Joe
way,
I'm
Biden.
Joe.
Fucking Zito,
I'm
you
Joe
recently
Biden.
rewatched all of Lost because
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I got bored after like 8 episodes,
you
I
are
think.
bullshit.
you deserve to eat slightly
careful.
sort of food that's a little bit out of date and that get a mild stomach ache.
The
but
best,
nothing
the best,
serious.
the best part is the first season is really good.
All the seasons are really good.
The first 3 seasons are really good.
There is a case to be made for the first 3 seasons to be the best ones. But if you watch the
Yes,
show
because
for
those
the,
are good.
because if you watch the show for the characters, and if you're not a fucking boomer, Lost is good.
Uh-huh. Huh?
By the way, how's everyone doing?
I'm good. I am being right
I'm
about
doing
Lost.
pretty good.
I'm farting a lot because I'm right.
You had beans, I'm guessing.
I actually had the rest of like my tom yum fucking. Well, I shouldn't say soup. It wasn't really a soup. It was almost a stew at the point at which I ate it. And that shit,
And
there
then-
was last week I fucking on the stream almost I designed the idea. I came up with the idea for for the ingredients of this tom yum soup, because I wanted to
That's
actually
cultural appropriation.
because I actually wanted to get some use out of the huge amount of like katsuobushi that I have, and that I didn't put in any of the katsuobushi.
Damn, bro.
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Delicious.
Wow.
This is vile. So now I will have to at some other point make a fish dish and still forget it. Forget it again to put them in. This
I
is
hope nobody distracts you with something you're passionate about.
But hold on a second. If it was more of a stew, would it be like? I studied this recently, like Thai food terminology. What gari? I think was the
I don't know what you're
Anyway.
talking about.
like Tom.
I think she just tried to say curry in a very white woman way.
No, I was trying to say curry in a Thai way, which came out as which is
That's so white woman of you, dude.
it was, but like the point was that Tom in Thai means soup. Well, it means boil, but like
Yes.
it means soup. Like
Well,
You
but
know what I'm gonna watch?
I boiled the stew. The tom yum aspect of it is mostly the fact that I put a fucking tom yum stock cube in, and that I made it extremely spicy, and then put in a lot of well, not a lot, but I put in lime juice at the end to like offset that so it's spicy and sour.
yeah.
You know what I'm gonna watch? I'm gonna watch an actually good TV show now. Or
Grey's
soon, I
Anatomy.
guess, because now I'm on stream. Gonna watch this.
Oh, Burger, you talking
It's-
about
it's-
Lost?
it's
Unlocked
trash.
unlocked
But I really
an
like it.
old memory for me as well. talking about Lost because I used to listen to a podcast, an anime podcast, back in like the mid 2000s,
Yeah.
called Dave and Joel like Fast Karate, and they were just like two dudes. They would talk about anime, like over Skype or not over. This is before Skype, over TeamSpeak, and they eventually both got into Lost, and the anime podcast just turned into a Lost podcast.
Good.
Dude, what? That that doesn't work because they're in an actual sauna, though.
Sito, this is something that they call a jockey. This is what
but it
we
doesn't
experts
work.
call a jockey.
But it doesn't work
jockey.
though.
It does, Seator, you're just being
This is Seinfeld.
truly.
No, the Seinfeld joke works, but the meme doesn't.
Why would the meme not work?
Hell if I know.
Because the UK is apparently in an actual sauna, so it's validating
No,
what the
but they're
Britons are saying.
all in the sauna. All of the
Exactly.
yes, the joke.
No,
the
no,
joke.
they
The joke is
have
that the Britons are fucking
they
dying
had-
at 25°, and the people in real countries
They're all in the same sauna.
like Egypt.
It's about heat tolerance. It's heat tolerance.
But they're in the
Yeah.
same sauna.
This is why you
Yeah,
don't
'cause
enjoy
the Brit-
Lost,
the-
Cito, is
they-
because you can't. You have to overanalyze
No,
things
this-
to find fault with them.
Okay, they're all in the same sauna. British Kramer is suffering while Iraqi Jerry and Saudi, I forgot his fucking name, Baldy, are okay.
George.
They are
Yeah,
sitting
George.
in different parts of the sauna, much like Britain
Okay.
and Saudi Arabia and Egypt. So
Not with stretch.
See, they're
are
all in a very hot climate right now.
yes,
Someone call the Master
Jerry-
Chief because we are reaching.
But Jerry and George are doing fine because they have a higher heat tolerance.
yes,
And Kramer's suffering.
yes.
Halo reach.
There is clearly, and this is strongly implied, an air conditioning unit right above the British one, which would make
Oh,
sense
yeah.
considering the if you count in like the latitudinal positions with like how the weather systems work. Adiabatic cooling of rising humid air masses in the United Kingdom would provide this effect that it would geographically not provide for those Arab nations. So clearly, with a little bit of knowledge of geography, you can make sense of this fact.
Reach has
Hey,
fallen.
Roof Koreans, can we get somebody in here? Seator spamming again.
Yeah.
I outrank the Hoot Roof Koreans. Fuck you.
Hey, check this out.
Real.
Real.
Hey, remember
Nice.
when I reported Burger to the Roof Koreans?
Yeah, that's why he has the cunt roll.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. To be fair, have you guys seen the shit show that is becoming Helldivers 2?
No.
To be fair.
No,
But
I
hear
haven't.
bad
What
things.
happened?
Yeah, so the problem with it isn't necessarily that the game is bad. The problem with it is the devs don't seem to know what the fuck they want to do with the game. As every time there's a balance change, you get some good balancing, and then you get absolutely trash balancing. And recently it's the flamethrower. The flamethrower has gone from an actual napalm regulated flamethrower, you know, with like the really long jet and able to stick to anything, to gas operated. That is literally how they changed it, and everybody's up in arms because just like it feels like they haven't been listening at all for the past couple of months since game released. Because consistently people have just been telling them, yeah, we need stronger weapons, we need better guns, we need better balancing and stuff like that. And 3 times now they've been going like, yeah, we hear you. No, twice before they went, yeah, we hear you. We're gonna do better. We'll change our approach. The old CEO stepped down to resume his role as COO, I think, as well as head of designs. I think I can't recall, but yeah, basically, apparently that's not changed at all. So everybody's fucking pissed, and it's
Oh, so typical.
so dumb.
So typical multiplayer like dev audience relations.
Is it? I haven't played that many multiplayer games, to be honest, and the only one I do play on the regular is Deep Rock.
I'm just imagining that one meme of like the sailors being strung up to be hung, and the one dude looks over, like the TF2 guy looks over at the Helldivers 2 guy and says first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've heard of the game Hello Neighbor, perchance.
I've heard about
yeah.
it. I am thoroughly not interested in it because
Yeah,
it
so
seems
like,
like
from
it's a very try-hard game or something.
No, it's not. It's not specifically to do with the game itself. But so first one was released, then they hired some other. It was a success, so they hired more people, and one of them is some guy named Antov, I think. And apparently he changed a lot of the core features of the game. He was like head of development or something like that. Hang on, let me find his page.
Yeah, I think the only like Helldivers 2 thing I saw was a couple like Call of Duty bros were saying that Helldivers 2 is dead because it's only pulling 40 to 50,000 players a day on Steam. And they were
not
and
dead
and they were,
yet. Sorry.
well, I was about to say 40 to 50,000 players like months after a game came out, especially is like good. That's like good numbers. And that's just on Steam, and that doesn't include PlayStation.
Yeah. So there's a dedicated wiki page for him on the Hello Neighbors Wikipedia, which Alexis Kravchenko. Krachenko?
Grab Jenga is a game.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
basically he's now part of the Helldivers
Hang on,
team.
you don't have to list every place you've worked at.
No,
in
actually,
your
that's mandatory.
curriculum vitae, is it?
No,
Listen,
of course
I,
not.
I don't fucking know. I was
Yeah,
like
I don't-
entirely sure that you don't have to put that on the thing.
Yeah. You don't.
I mean,
Oh,
what are they mad about? That she had a fucking difficult job for a summer?
They're wanting to cast her in the role of the liar.
I'd much rather
Incredible.
they do this than the group of Republicans who are trying to say that under an 1854 Dred Scott Act, that her being African American disqualifies her not only for running for president, but from citizenship.
Yeah, that was the legal justification for slavery. Have these people not heard of the what is it, the 14th Amendment?
Yeah, have they not heard of the
Who
Civil
is
War?
Abraham Lincoln?
I mean, we fought a war over
The most
this.
popular Republican.
One might say they lost a war over this.
Yeah.
But you see, the party that won the presidency of Abraham Lincoln had an R next to it, so...
That's true. Therefore, the
You know.
Republicans get to be racist now.
This actually reminds me of a really funny exchange I heard on another podcast where they were doing podcasts about Project Paperclip, and they were like, it was like a multi-episode series, and they were in the first episode, and they were talking about like all the stuff that like we got from the Nazis, and they were talking about a lot of the human experimentation shit. And one of the guys is like, "This is just so fucking awful. Did we get anything good from the Nazis?" And like the other guy meekly just said, "They helped us get to the moon."
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
just so fucking funny. It was like
Damn.
Apparently,
just-
Werner von Braun at some point said, "I aim for the moon, but I keep hitting London."
But what?
I may be
But I
be
keep hitting London.
Oh. Okay.
I may be in the gutter, but I'm looking up at the stars.
That is true. I do be doing that. I do be lying in the gutter.
It do
and
be
looking
like
up at the
that, my
stars.
guys.
Yeah,
I lie
I do
in
be
the
lying
gutter.
in the gutter with.
I bear untrue witness within the gutter.
It's stinky down here. There's
It's
shit
it's true. I
frosted
was
to
the
my
gutter.
penis.
I was within
Penis.
you.
My balls have fallen off.
Damn, bro, that sucks.
Yay!
I am the proletarian crab in the bucket with the other crabs, and I make sure all the crabs are equal because I pull them down anytime they try to get out.
Y'all ever see this one?
I can't breathe.
Yes. Do you remember George Floyd?
I do remember George LaFloyd.
Who?
LeFloid is a German YouTuber.
Yeah, he's like I don't even know what his deal is at this point. He's like you would kind of describe him as like Germany's Philip DeFranco, but he just remained 17 years old.
Okay, but
Oh,
Maybe
so
more
he's
like
kinda-
Germany's Ray William Johnson.
Does he
Yeah.
do viral videos now?
No, but just like the vibe, the humor, you know?
I
Okay,
must
fine,
admit
but
I
we
haven't
will-
seen one of his videos in like probably 10
I won't
years.
call it
Ray William
Ray Wi-
Johnson's on TikTok
Sorry.
now.
seriously
yeah.
though, who's George Floyd?
George Floyd.
Oh,
I was very
speaking of Philip
confused what the big
DeFranco. Oh, okay.
What happened?
Very funny.
I asked who George Floyd was. And it was funny because
Little
I
known
made this
amateur
look-
activist.
it was funny. It was funny because I made this look, guys. Like I was asking for a different person.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's called like a joke.
What
It's
the
a
fuck?
jockey, excuse me.
Sorry, yeah. Jockey.
Yeah, this is like fucking
The
white
like-
women pronouncing curry. Jockey.
Good lord.
The main antagonist of Dinotopia is played by Remus Lupin? What the fuck?
Didn't he also play in what was that movie about the Crusades again? The Kingdom of Heaven.
What?
Kingdom of Heaven, I think. There was.
Did he?
I think so.
Crusader
Because there's-
Kings.
No. Well, yeah, probably at this point.
Oh yeah, he did. As an anonymous hospitaller.
I'm
That's
an
crazy
anonymous.
because
That's a
he's like
big part.
he's fucking huge as an actor now.
Didn't he like
Mm.
have quite a few?
One of
like,
the main
voice
two
lines?
guys in Dinotopia is played by the Prison Break guy.
Which one?
The guy who breaks the prison.
Okay.
Which person?
The one he's in. I don't remember
Mm.
Prison Break very much.
I
No.
remember that was like the big show that everyone was watching for a while, and I just didn't. It didn't.
Oh yeah.
I didn't. I didn't like it because it wasn't about a deserted island, and that really, to me, is the defining
I-
thing that makes a show good. Is if it's about a
I-
Oh
deserted
my
island.
god,
like
you're not gonna
tropical.
fucking believe what Dinotopia is about,
I've
mate.
seen clips of what was it, Prison Break? I am not impressed. It looks like one of those shows where it's like, oh yeah, let's just make all these convoluted like the character come up with all these convoluted plans and shit to make them look smart. I'm just like, bro.
Okay, so
Come.
there's this plane, right? That goes over the ocean.
Yeah.
And then there's a crash landing.
Yeah.
And they find this secluded island nobody
Yeah.
knows about.
Yeah.
And there's strange
Okay.
creatures on this
Yeah.
island. And they can't leave
Yeah.
the island for quite a bit. But there's also some
Oh,
like
wow.
mystical implication to the island, and there's also dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually that rules.
Oh.
Actually, I'm a fan of that. That I like
fun.
the. There's many things about this concept that I am a big fan of.
I think
Okay, I
I've
have a quick question
watched
about the
that
dinosaurs.
show
Are they? Are,
like 500 times as a 8-year-old.
they sentient or
No.
sapient? I've never
No.
watched it. Okay. Okay,
No.
so the fan art I
Because it
saw
does appear
Dinotopia
right
was
here that they
way
are having
different.
a conversation with this sort of velociraptor type figure. I presume that these children did not build this room themselves.
Probably not.
What do you mean children?
These are children.
No.
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
children.
because it does look.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
Because it does look like
be-
they're.
To be
It's
fair,
like, it does
they
look like they're kind of having a conversation with the raptor.
They look like the
I mean,
kind of
they
children
talk
that are
at
portrayed.
it doesn't respond.
Also, that like they look like the kind of children that are portrayed by 30-year-olds in movies.
Yeah. This is what they look like. This is
Oh no!
Oh, what the
What
hell?
the fuck is happening?
Burger,
Is that real?
this is what they look like. This is what these
What the
children
fuck?
look like.
Good lord, Burger.
Can you imagine these babies when they grow up? Like they kind of.
How
This is what they
old
look like.
was-
This is
How
Yeah.
old was
This is
Prison
yeah,
Break
yeah,
then?
yeah. This is what babies look like when they grow up.
Yeah, yeah.
this is what they
Yeah.
look like, man. This is. and
Oh
they're
my
talking
god.
To
You
avoid-
want
Yeah,
to guess
I'm
how
just
old
gonna say,
Wentworth Miller was when he filmed that scene?
17.
74.
this old, this many years old as this one.
He was 30.
See, I told you.
Basically
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna
child.
say I'm gonna say something really, really cruel, but
Go on.
I just gotta say it's a damn good thing that our bodies release chemicals to make us love babies. Because these things, I probably would have just like left them.
I just
Somewhere.
to be fair, I have a folder on my
Post-
computer that is just pictures of
Po-
ugly babies. So
Post.
it's right next to my folder of
Po-
pictures of Cetor.
Okay, why? Okay, why?
I can
Venn
wait. I can.
diagram.
Like, I'm not.
That's what
I
you're gonna
didn't
eventually
get
do.
to-
Is you're gonna
You ask why I raise you this.
Oh boy. Oh, thank
Is-
God. I thought
is
it was
this
going
what
to be
I
a
think it
picture
is?
of me.
And you as a
I was
baby.
about to say, I was about to say, do you Photoshop Cetor's face on the
That would
babies?
be really fucking funny, dude.
There's this incredibly adorable picture of me. I must have been like 4 at the oldest, ringing the Christmas bell, which was sort of the thing that announced to the house that the Christmas tree was adorned with presents.
I actually have that picture.
Mm.
It's
Good.
this,
Go on.
it's this one.
Oh my god, dude, that's a fucking
Wait,
that's a
Sure,
cognito
wait,
hazard.
wait,
Good
no.
lord, you look so smug and reddish.
That
in
was
that
not
one.
an actual seat pick, right?
Yes, it
Alright.
was. I was
Oh my
That-
fucking god.
17 years
Picture,
old.
that picture is the-
Thank god you
It is.
grew up.
You look like you look like a moderator for r/atheism in that picture.
God
No, he
damn,
looks like
dude.
a
Fuck
predator.
you.
That was too. You
I've
went
never
over.
been this
No,
offended by
no.
something I
M.
entirely agree with.
He looks worse. He looks like your average redditor.
That wa- you
Not
crossed
even a
the line
moderator.
there. That was not okay to say.
Who
Oh
uses
man,
24/7.
Yeah. That's
oh wait, did I tell you guys about the one kid picture my dad has that he still keeps at his desk, which is kind of wholesome, and I really like it. He's got a picture of me on Christmas when I'm 6 years old. I'm sitting on the toilet with my Casio keyboard,
hell yeah.
and I'm playing my Casio keyboard while on the toilet.
That's adorable.
That
I
rules.
just found
I
this
got-
picture of me in like kindergarten age of some sort, and I'm wearing a shirt that just says stars flag, and there's a flag with stripes and no stars. I sent
Why
it
is
to
it
Gideon.
red?
This
Why is
it's
a glowing
it's insane
baby-
how much this toddler looks like you, dude. It genuinely I didn't expect
Uncanny.
that this picture of you as a child would resemble you so much. I was not prepared. Let me
Oh my God,
let me
did you see-
let me just send the area of the picture that says that is the print. If that's
Yeah.
all right with you in chat.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is the print on his shirt.
Stars.
It doesn't have any stars.
Fucking ridiculous.
In fact, I do not see any stars.
Yeah.
Bro, they did you dirty with that t-shirt.
It did do that. Wait, I may be able to find that.
Well, I mean,
picture.
at least everything's spelled correctly.
No.
At least it's not stairs flag.
It's a very Chinese
Or-
shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, friend.
Born to
It
Die.
vibes
What is a fuck?
Chinese.
Born to Die. What is a fuck?
Yeah, that type. Here's a picture of me riding the shoulders of. I say here's a picture of me while I'm only sending these privately to Gideon
Hell
of me
yeah, dude.
riding the shoulders of my great uncle.
You look like the number of chromosomes you have is like even.
Oh,
Jesus. Being a eugenicist, Burger.
incorrect.
Burger being a eugenicist. Cancel him.
You seem very surprised to be up there.
I fucking hated being on people's shoulders as a kid. I would
Did you?
immediately panic. Yes.
It's like, this is what they do all the time. This is what they see. This is
You were an
horrible.
incredibly tall man as well.
This is what
This
the
one-
Slenderman
this one-
sees.
This one I kind of like.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Bro.
I mean, you know, I surely you are aware.
iCarly character as.
Surely you are aware that my folder is receiving some new entries.
Which one?
This
is the
picture,
question?
this picture you right here, it looks like you're the bog standard chubby kid in like a 1980s like family movie.
It is the default white boy haircut.
No, the
Okay,
chubby
I
white
already-
boy.
Yes, thank you for insisting upon that point. That was
So
important.
you are you.
Yeah,
I'm
when you go to the
you.
clothing store, your clothing size is portly.
Jesus.
That's not a clothing size though, so you know.
It is now.
I wish
Oh
it
no,
was.
no!
It would
It
make
is.
more sense than the
No,
other
no,
ones.
it is. It is. I remember when I was, because I was a fat little boy as well, and I had to go get fitted for a little suit for a wedding, and the size it was like, I forgot what the size number was, but it was like something like 36 portly.
Americans will measure in
Portly.
anything but centimeters.
Yeah.
Tito,
But I
have to
remember it. I remember it. Portly what is a size designation.
Okay, but I must insist. I do not think, Tito, I'm defending you. I do not think you look that fat in the picture.
I was that
I'm
fat.
just saying. As a fellow portly, I understand.
See, as a fellow sufferer from tiny dick syndrome, I understand your struggles. I as well.
Sorry. I wasn't feeling spoken to.
Hey, despite being portly, I still did track and field in middle school. So there you go.
That's the coolest kind of guy, like limba guys, limba fat guys.
Despite having a micro penis, I still had sex.
So you do have a
many sex.
Oh, so you have.
Oh
Maybe
no,
sex
yeah,
then.
I was like that chubby kid who just did all the, track and field, rollerblading, skateboarding. But yeah, once I got into high school, I got all angsty and goth because,
Mm,
It's high
But-
school.
understandable.
yeah, it's high school, and also you know my history, so yeah.
I certainly had a childhood.
That deeply suspicious thing to say.
What I'll say about high school for me was I went to 4 different high schools in 4 years. So
Ooh, that sounds
I
nice.
do have to say, it was not at all suspicious. I did, in fact, have a childhood. I do not know why you done that.
You are
In fact-
flouting the maxim of quantity.
Then mine's smooth.
So, get fucking linguisted on.
That sounds like something I can't show on YouTube, actually.
It's my
Yeah.
catchphrase, actually. It's what I
Yes,
say before I put on my costume.
linguist me.
Oh
That
shit! I just found a picture that's like.
Oh,
I
God.
found a picture deep in the archives, and it's hot, and it's really it's funny for terrible reasons.
Oh, no.
oh no.
oh my god, this goes back years. This is old.
What a
This
fucking
is
little bitch should write a book that's basically like, oh man, I'm struggling. I struggled so much.
yeah. They put me in a minimum security prison where they gave me pencils and paper to write with.
It's like the conservative voices are being silenced a bit. I'm struggling against censorship in my published novel,
No, every time I see Keck
fictionalized
now,
autobiography.
I think of Jeff Holiday and when he had his Kekistan phase.
He came up
Oh.
with that.
Every time.
Yeah,
I
he
see
did
cake,
come up with it, but then it got hijacked
Yeah, and
by.
then they like the
fucking-
Nazis really got a field day with it. He was like, "Well, okay, I'm kind of not into this shit anymore. Actually, this is kind of Nazi."
every
Yeah,
time
he's
I
like, I'm
see-
gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to making fun of crack medicine
Yeah.
and those douchebags. I'm gonna go back to what I'm good at.
Every time I see cake, I think of like a barrel for storing alcoholic beverages.
Good.
God damn. I still say cake in like a wow sense. Sometimes it
Oh
just
yeah,
feels
yeah,
appropriate.
yeah.
Postmodern.
Yeah.
Keck, yeah. I forgot what. No, there was a specific.
Yeah,
Like,
it's because
group-
when the Horde players or when the Alliance players would write lol, it would appear as kek in the Horde chat.
Right. God, I wonder who made that decision. It was a good one for a while because Keck
Yeah.
is funny.
Yeah, because like all the letters were like jumbled up because they couldn't understand each other.
Yeah, because Horde speaks Orcish and Alliance speaks Common. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah, that does make sense.
Alright, I think I'm gonna bounce.
you go
Even though
bouncing.
it's
See you on the bounce.
Yeah, the balls.
Yeah,
We're about to.
You
finish
have
anyway.
a good
Boys.
day. Yeah.
I'll try and have a good
Yeah,
week, because
boom.
honestly, yeah, it's been sort of tiring, to be honest.
Yeah, man, you rest
Good
a
luck.
little bit.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend. Get some rest. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Labor Day?
Mine cakes.
Like,
That's an
Oh,
American thing.
yeah,
yeah,
we're not in the-
Monday is Labor Day here in the States.
Why?
That's
That
fucked
sounds
up,
like
by the way.
a kind of psyop. That generally sounds like something that the
Yes,
CIA
I
would
know,
do.
I know Labor Day is a socialist holiday, but we have it as well.
Yes,
No,
but
the
I mean,
idea
like,
is that it's the 1st of May, though.
yeah, why would you have it on a different day? That sounds like the opposite.
Because we're
of the
not
point.
communists.
Have you heard of
Because we're not communists.
America?
I mean, yes, that sounds extremely American. Okay, I will give you that. It
Yeah,
does make sense.
we'll do a socialism, but we're not gonna be communist about it.
Of course, like the New Deal.
Yeah, that's why farmers are so
What
conservative.
Roosevelt did.
Yet they get most of their money from the government.
Because as we know,
They're like the biggest.
Richard Wolff taught us, socialism is when the government does stuff. The more stuff it does, the more socialist it is. And if it does a whole lot of stuff, it becomes communism.
This is actually true in like a political science sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this an experience that you have shared? Because every time had speak to like people who do political science, and this happens more often than I would care to admit. They do not understand the concept of
Speaking
material
to them?
conditions. Like they just
I
don't
like-
understand
I like to
material
think
conditions.
that
They
you
just
were
think
referring to.
yeah, what?
I like to think that you're referring to speaking to them as the thing that happens more often than you like.
Yes, I speak to political scientists more often than I like. This is exactly what I meant to say.
Yes, good. Carry on.
They don't understand material conditions.
Good talk.
It's just all about like all about ideas for them.
I think that's.
Wait, didn't I just post the
Yes, I
idealist
was about
artist
to.
insult?
I was looking for it as we were speaking.
See, that may have been the thing that triggered this at the behind
Yes.
recesses of my mind.
Fuck.
Fucking slowpoke.
I'm
lucky.
just glad that somebody finally put a name to how leftists treat rural Americans. Walsh said that leftists treat rural Americans like noble savages.
Damn.
and he's absolutely true. He's absolutely right.
He's so fucking true, dude.
He's so real.
Yeah.
I think Royal Americans.
Yes.
They are.
Why are you shining a light at the camera?
The light
It
was
just
here.
happened
The
on
light,
stream.
the light was
Oh.
here, and I thought I just would do it. It is time to end the stream anyway. It's happened.
Ah, that was the signal.
Okay, let's see if I
ending
still
the
have
stream.
time to